Welcome, Wanderer. Feathering magic is quite broken in Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Look at Commander Hong Lang, how we just dive away from her attacks while bullying her with our spells. And this kind of continues throughout the game, because the Echo of Lu Bingzhang, that's what that spear throw is called, does not only do crazy damage and leap you backwards, it also gives you Alacrity, ergo you can't get hit while casting the spell. But wait, there's more, because halfway through the game, you get another spell, which is the Demonbane strike. And that one does not only do quite some damage, no, it throws humanoid bosses into the air and makes them slap on the ground. Again, Commander Hong Lang, this time the feathered version. You'll just bully her. It's not even funny anymore, this is just mean. I just killed the final boss with this build. I'm here to break everything down for you. First, what is feathering magic? What are feathering spells? And that is everything that scales with the feathering stat instead of the magic stat, like the Infernal Flames or the Echo of Dutanga that most magic players have been using. They all get their damage from magic, while feathering gets their damage from feathering. Now, I did mention the Echo of Dutanga. It's the flame sword swinging that can actually stagger opponents in the back. And you will actually still use this spell with the feathering build, simply because there's not a single feathering spell that actually does stagger. That being said, the Demonbane strike and also the Echo of Lu Bingzhang both build up quite some of the stagger bar as you're throwing them at the opponent, and they'll inevitably lead to the big opponents going on their knees and you being able to ram in bonus damage. As a feathering player, as a magic player, you're going to use a one-handed weapon. You begin with the Dark Frost Edge you get early in the game, then you're going to be moving over to the Astral Blade that you get from the Centipede boss. And if you then want to go for NG+, you can also use the Plumed Grace, which gives you even more damage than the Astral Blade. And it does scale with feathering, quite severe though, with a tier 5 scaling. Why are we using the one-handed sword now? That's all because of Biding Time. Biding Time gives you Skyborn Might over time and as you perform certain actions, like getting Alacrity. And on top of Biding Time, you're going to go into the normal tree and you're going to pick up Unbroken Focus. While at above 90% Madness, the buff provided by Biding Time will not decay below 3 stacks. Which permanently has you have Skyborn Might for stacks at the current point. You can use your spells and you passively create boom back to 3 more. And then you can use something like the Demonbane strike. And in the one-handed sword tree, we can get feathering, 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 more feathering, a lot of feathering, all the feathering available. While in the normal tree, below Unbroken Focus, you can pick up Withering Touch, which increases the corruption buildup caused by spells. This works together with one we get very early. First, we picked up the Echo of Dutanga from the first boss, and then you kill the priest for the Echo of Lu Bingzhang. And then the Echo of Lu Bingzhang, together with the Echo of Dutanga, are your signature spells. Until you kill boss number 4, that would be that ginormous tree dude man. And he gives you the Echo of the Soulwood. Now the cool thing is that it's an echo spell and therefore only costs one single Skyborn Might. And the Echo of Soulwood corrupts you and the opponent. And that corruption does quite some potent damage. It also does stagger opponents quite nicely. In order to shave off the corruption, just make sure to actually wield some gear, like the Centipede armor, that has actually corruption resistance, so that when you're using the spell, you're building up a tad less corruption. Now, why does this spell only cost 1? Because actually that should be costing 2, and the Echo of Lu Bingzhang should cost 3. We're going from Swift Resilience, right over Biding Time, further to the left. We're going to be hitting Energetic, then it goes 2 down, and it says, while at above 50% Madness, the Skyborn Might cost of Echo-type spells is reduced by 1 stack. Ooh. And we can take the Bone Needle Feathering to increase the damage everything feathering-wise does. As with the 100% magic build, you got to make sure that you're always at 100% madness. You want that madness to be up because you get your Biding Time and never below 3. I'm just sitting at 5 right now. Plus, you do actually get your Echo spells for cheaper, which allows you, for example, to cast the Echo of Dutanga double combo for a mere 3 instead of having to pay 4 for that. These 3 spells you cannot miss because you get to kill the bosses for them. The Demonbane strike comes later into the game. Is there anything else you'd like to use? Because you get something like the Corruptive Flames, we have Waspomancy, you get the Crimson Edge Incantation, and also the Echo of Hong Lang plus the Echo of Fang Ling. And the Echo of Fang Ling is a nice one, and the boss is actually a special one. Fang Ling is the corpse bride that is at the bottom of the pit, and sadly she does take very little blight damage, and she's feathering resistance. For her, I actually swapped over to the Echo of Dutanga to just kill her with magic quickly. But then, you actually get the Echo of Fang Ling, which is a ground foul gas hit that explodes outwards. This is very good against big bosses, and there's one specific big boss that wants to get Echo of Fang Ling, and that's the Tiger. Probably one of the easier Tiger fights I've had, apart from the magic one-hit build hit. Now, the Demonbane strike, you're getting before you fight by crew a second time. You get to talk to the old fisherman, he'll bring you over to the island, then you have to kill by crew, but before you actually fight against him, you go into your destroyed by mansion and pick up the Demonbane strike. It goes out super fast, has sometimes a weird range, but does so much damage, and it's like dodge around the opponent, Demonbane strike, dodge, dodge, Demonbane strike. For our amulets, I've been playing 90% the Dracolich Pendant, which reduces damage taken and prevents beast roars from making you flinch. This one you get right away after the Shoe Sanctum as you go downwards to the Centipede boss. And we also bought the Fiend Felling Pendant from our brother Tao Qing for 3000 Mercury. Get this one as soon as possible. After killing the priest, you should probably buy it right away in the Shoe Sanctum, as the secret boss in Area 1 is large, and the Centipede is large, everything is large. And then later, we're going for the Tigreless Pendant. For the Tigreless Pendant, in the Avian March, you have to kill the Bow Sorceress, but before you kill her, you have to actually do the quest of the White Robed Elder, which you meet at the beginning. Talk to him, go through the area, talk to him again, kill Bow Sorceress, and then actually return to his resting place. And he'll hand you the Tigreless Pendant, which increases the damage we take. That is kind of annoying, together with the madness damage we take. But then you do so much more damage, it's nasty. For the tempering, we've been using the Feathering Needle, then very important also the Shadowstone Needle for even more feathering, and we increase the duration of our temper. I also do have up here the bonus attack damage as I have all 5 unlocked, together with the status damage temper as I then try to actually hit people with a burn or with a corruption. And for our Benedictions, we're playing the triple stack. The 3 discipline skills are known, 6 discipline skills known, and 9 discipline skills are known for a 12 discipline skill super ultra damage. You know how many discipline skills you have by actually going into your inventory, and then you can just check. That is 4, 8, 12. And don't forget that in the skill tree, the middle part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, already count as discipline skills. So you only need to unlock 3 in your main tree, 2 in the spear tree, and then 2 in the axe tree as well. Where do you get those Benedictions now? The 2 first stones are being sold by Wuchang. He gets you the +3 and he gets you the +6. And the final stone you get from the Panda Bear for your bamboo sprouts. Now, in order for him to stock this, you need to be in chapter 5 already. So you have to kill the Mount Zenvu boss, you have to kill by crew, you have to finish the Cloud Spire, and then teleport yourself to Analem, to the next area. Until you have these 3. I've been using increased damage dealt while at full health and increased damage dealt while at full health, but also increased stamina usage. We don't use stamina, only for dodging. Then as our green Benediction, we have increased stamina recovery speed during Skyborn Might because I never get anything useful otherwise. And lastly, for the Wisdom Benediction, we use Skyborn Magic. Skyborn Might increases your spell damage for a time. You get this one in chapter 1 already, very early. And later we get the Skyborn Force for increase your damage during Skyborn Might, until we then unlock the 9 discipline one. The worst part about feathering is that the best weapon, the Plume Grace, and also the best spell, which would then be the Echo of Zhuangji, is from the final boss. With the Echo of Zhuangji, you can do this. And while you do this, it triggers Alacrity. This spell alone does 2000 plus damage. I think we did 2800 with 1 hit. And you can't get hit while you're doing it. That's crazy. You then add the Plume Grace to this, which also gets the feathering scaling, and you'll just do so much. It's crazy and unfair. Now, to give you an even better feeling for how absolutely mad feathering can be, enjoy the boss fight, but also check out the other builds we have on the channel with the magic, with the axe, with the longsword. 4 times beaten the game now. It's been nothing but joy. Take care. How am I not taking damage? Well, that's because I'm using my... Alacrity spells to avoid any kind of damage taken. Wow. Okay, he has never been easier, chat. That's crazy.